Hi and welcome to our video tutorial for Photoshop CS5. I'm going to show you a few easy actions in Photoshop like correcting red eye, using the clone tool, blemish correction, and we're going to do a little bit of color splash, which is easier than you think. First thing we're going to do is go to the top menu bar, File, Open, go in here and get us a picture. This looks like a winner. Oh yeah. We're going to use a picture of this adorable little girl since it has all the faults that can be corrected with the actions I just mentioned. So once the image is opened, we want to click and hold on the repair tool that's over here on the left side toolbar. It's about the 7th one down. So if we click and hold, we get a flyout menu, and you'll need to click on the red eye tool near the bottom here. There it is. And your cursor is going to turn into a plus sign with an eyeball. Kind of strange looking. But then you want to come over here and you want to hover over the red eye, or sometimes it's called green eye or devil's eye. Either way, this tool is used to fix it. So we'll hover over it, click, and if you'll give it a second, it'll repair that. There we go. Now we have a little cyborg. Let's go over here and fix the other eye. Hover, click, and we have fixed the other eye. Now, if you weren't happy with how this turned out, or any other command that you had just taken an action with, you can go back up here to your top menu bar, Edit, Undo. This undoes the last command. And I think we're going to give her back 2 eyes, so that looks better. Okay, now that we have learned to fix red eye, we're going to go here and we're going to learn how to use the blemish tool. And we're going to come down about 7, click and hold where you selected red eye, and you have the spot healing tool brush. We want to click on that, and you will get a circle icon. A little tip here is if you'll hold down the Alt key and use the scroll bar on your mouse, you can zoom in and out really well. And this saves time and effort. This is a very nice tool. Great tip I found out there. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. What you're going to do is click on the areas that you think need correction. She has a couple dark spots here. Okay, and this is also great for flyaway hairs. Here we see some. Take care of those. Little one over here in the corner. And this just did this. The flyaways, the blemishes, and the little dark spots, they just disappear. They blend into the background and surrounding areas, which is pretty nice. It helps clean it up. Nice and neat looking. Take that out of there. I don't know what that was. Let's go ahead and hold down Alt, scroll, and zoom back out. It looks a little neater, a little nicer. Okay, now that we've fixed up a few blemishes, flyaways, and taken out the red eye, we're going to go over here and remove an unwanted object from our photo. I think we're going to go ahead and take out this tulip right here. So if you'll just hold down the Alt, scroll to zoom in on it. Okay. What's going to happen here is we need to find our clone tool, and I think the icon looks a little bit like a stamper. Here we go. Click and hold and hit the flyout menu, and we want to hit clone stamp tool. We have another circle icon. What happens here is we're going to hold down the Alt key and click on an area of the picture that looks similar to what we want the removed image to be replaced with. So if we'll hold Alt, click, and then we'll come down here and click on the picture, or you can just click and hold and kind of paint, and it takes that out and it's replacing it with where we held down the Alt key and clicked above it. You see the plus sign cursor there? That's the area it's actually copying over the image we want removed. Now you might have to click on different parts of the photograph, Alt click, different areas, because where that little plus sign is, see if I run into this pink, then that's what color it's going to turn out on this object we're trying to remove. Alt click. There we go. See how it's disappearing? It's taking it out. Alright, now for time's sake, we're not going to go through here and do this whole thing. Okay. I will show you the final product at the end of this tutorial. Okay, let's hold down Alt, scroll right on back out. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of color splash now. So we want to come over here to the right side where we have some tabs, layers, channels, and paths, and we're just going to stay working with layers right now. You'll see a little padlock over here on the background. This is your layer. We're going to go ahead and double click the padlock. It's going to ask for a new layer and a name. We're going to leave it at layer 0 just to save confusion. Hit OK, and your lock has disappeared. So we're good to go with anything we want to do with it. And we're going to right click on it and create a duplicate layer. And I'm going to leave that as layer 0 copy. I don't think it's going to hurt anything, cause less confusion. Okay, now the top layer has all the effects in it, and the bottom layer has just the adjustments. So let's go over here, top layer, top toolbar, excuse me, image, adjustments, and we're going to go to hue saturation. This works along the same lines as the black and white up there, but we're going to take saturation slider all the way to -100. We're going to hit OK, and it's more of a gray scale than it is just black and white. It's got a little more gray tone to it. And now, since we've gotten here, we're going to create a layer mask. So we need to go back up here to the top, hit layer, layer mask, and we want to hit reveal all. Now you have a little white box that shows up over here on your layer 0 copy. This white box shows up, and it means that anything on the layer next to it shows up parts of the layer mask white, and then anything black is going to hide anything on the layer. So just remember that white reveals and black conceals. And there's talking about these two, just the basic palettes over here. And if you'll hit X, you can switch between the two, black and white. You can see that there. Okay. So you want to go over here to the left again, and you can either use your brush, pen, or your brush or your pen. And your pen is going to be a little more precise, but we're beginners, so we're going to go over here and use a brush tool. So click and hold, brush tool, and then you come over here. Let's go ahead and hit Alt, zoom, and let's do our eyes. Okay. Ooh. If you come back up to the top, you see these numbers. This is where we can pick the size of our brushes and pens, and we are going to knock this size back down here. There we go. Now hit X, so we're in the black. And see how it's starting to show up some color here? We just click on there, brush our circle icon around. We got a pretty brownish green going on there. It looks nice. Let's do the other eye. Try to stay in the lines. Color inside the lines. Show some dark eyes. That's pretty. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom out. There we go. Now, so let's add a little color to these flowers here, these tulips. We'll go ahead and increase the size of our paintbrush as we click around or click and drag. Now we're adding color to just the flowers. Okay, and try to stay within the lines. And I got out of them over there. Now see, we're gonna, for time's sake, we're not gonna fill every one of these in. I'll get these. I got out of the lines over here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit X like I told you earlier. It alternates between the black and white palettes or layers. So I hit X, and then I want to decrease the size of my brush again so I can get a little close over here. I'm going to go back over it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Get close to the edge of the flower, and where I was coloring out of the lines, we go back here and fix it. Kind of erase it. Okay, you see the shadows back in there. Okay, hit Alt, scroll, zoom on out of there. You see the color coming in there? Let's hit X, go back to the other layer. Now let's make our brush bigger again. There we go. Okay, and then we'll probably get the leaves too. Add a little green. See what's hit. Alt, scroll, zoom on out. Maybe we'll put a little bit in the bow. What do you think? Just the bow and the flowers and her eyes. That'll be our color splash. You know, it's really up to the artist as to where they want the color. And this, I mean, this is really neat. We used to pay a lot of money for this. Now we can go on Photoshop and do it ourselves. Okay, now I'm going to stop right here. And I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go File, Open. And let's go ahead and open the final product. Ta-da! And this is where we did our blemish removal. We took away some flyaways. We reduced our red eye, took it out. We removed the tulip that was over here. And then we added a color splash. I think we did a pretty good job. Well, I hope you guys have fun trying to do these things. It was really neat to learn it. Thank you for watching our video. Have a great day.